backgrounds, and then I'll come back in and just kind of go. This one you can see is sort of prepped and ready to go. Let me see if I get some light over here. And it's just got all different kinds of textures and all different kinds of things going on. And then when I'm ready to start, I just kind of come back in on top of it. So here's one that I've sort of started. And I'm just going to show you what I do. And it's really no great big shakes. It's just lots of layers. This is just an old altered book that I've been working in. There is a fun kind of background that you can see all of this fantastic sort of I don't know, just loveliness that's just all over the book. So I'm just going to kind of show you guys what I do so that you guys can kind of do your own. So here I am starting with an empty sheet. I usually take some sort of tape. I like to tape my pages so that I just get some added strength. So here I've got some tape in there. You see, it's really hard to see. This is taped in here. You can hardly even notice. This one you can see, but it's hard to even notice that you got tape in. Okay, so I love the Liquitex inks. So these are the ones that I just absolutely love. Oh, there you are. Liquitex, they come in this big size, and then they're about $4 or so. And these are permanent. So there's a lot of sprays out there that once you use them, and if you use any kind of reactivation, water, Mod Podge, gel medium, you're going to reactivate the inks. So these do not. And I just get them and then make up my own inks. So that's those. Here are some inks that I've made up. I save, oh no, I dropped one. I save all of my bottles that I get. Sorry. I'm back. I save all the bottles that I get. This is a lens cleaner for my glasses bottle. So what I did here is I just put a little bit, no exact science. If you guys know me, there's nothing exact. I just kind of switch some in there. And this one has rubbing alcohol. And I like a rubbing alcohol spray because it dries really fast. So here I'm just spraying on some spray. It does sort of kind of go through onto the back, but that's okay. I think that that's just sort of fun. So here I'm just laying down color. I splash on anything that's left in there. I do find that when you wipe your bottles, after you spray them, you can kind of keep their life a little bit longer. I go through so many bottles. So that is, hold on just for a second, there's going to be a blow dryer. And that's already dry, so that is why I love alcohol. And I do get the 91% isopropyl alcohol, I think it's called. Okay, this is just a blue. This is just the Liquitex with some water. It does not, I'm sort of running out of, it does not dry as quickly, obviously, as the alcohol. So sometimes you can just take, like, let's say I really just don't like how splotchy that is. I take a whole roll of paper towels and I can just kind of roll it out, and that way I get a little bit of a softer hue. Here, this is a brown, again, Liquitex with Liquitex sepia, I think. No, I don't know, umber or something, I don't know. But so it is just okay. So you see, no big thing. Chicken wing. I'm going to dry. Hold on one second for some. for ease, I'm just going to dry some of it up because I just want to try to keep it quick and easy. So this is a Moleskine journal, and you can see how, I don't know if you can see, but the pages become very delicate and fragile as these mediums are drying. So let me give it another quick blast. Okay, so that is pretty dry, still a little bit damp. So I love how that is starting to kind of look sort of just kind of cool. So I like down here what it's starting to do, but I would like to pop the color a little bit more down here. So I use, on top of my acrylic sprays, I will use colored pencils to sort of claim new values or new, these are just regular old color pencils, nothing fancy. You know, I'm trying to find my alcohol. Sometimes when you want to spread out your colored pencils, you can kind of dab them with a little bit of alcohol, and you see how that sort of smudges it. So this is just 91% alcohol. So that's nothing. I just keep it in my squeezy bottle so I can kind of go in and use it. So I will go through here and I will just kind of play with this is called an art stick by Prismacolor, and it's basically just a stick of a colored pencil rather than having it. It's an art stick, so it's just a big old hunk of colored pencil that makes it easier to do big areas. So I can come in here and I can do a great big area because it's got no wood. So I can get my edges done with this. I can also get my edges done with a stamp pad. Hold on, I'll show you that. Let me just kind of get some more color laid in here. I like the brown, but I kind of like the blue, I think, a little bit better. I got some kind of button or something underneath there. Oh, okay, let's see. Okay, these are fabulously fun. This is a new fun thing that I just found from, I think I got it on Joann's. It's called Paper Soft Color. And the idea here is that it's this ink, but it's in, well, I guess it seems to be permanent. So here I can take it, dab it with a dabber, and I can lay in colors, but it's so soft and it's so subtle, and it's not it doesn't overpower, it just accents. So I have really, really enjoyed these and bringing them in on my pages. So, okay, so let's say you don't have paper soft color and you don't know what to do. Well, you can use a ink pad. So let's try that. So here, this is just a regular old Jim Holting pad, but you can use any kind of ink pad. It doesn't just much matter. Let me just get the rest of this product off here so I'm not kind of going in between the two of them. And then here, I'm just going to dab here, and I will come in, let's say down here. So there, that's doing the same exact thing with an ink pad. So let's say, horror of horrors, you do not have one of these little bad boys. So let's play and let's see what else we can do. Let's try a paper towel. I think everybody on the planet has a paper towel, so let's just see if it works. You ready for the grand experiment? Oh, it does, it does, it does. So the joy is that you do not have to have expensive products. You can make do with what you've got around the house. So there's some purples. Well, you know what? I feel like I just need a little bit of purple right up here to kind of balance out the whole thing. Okay, so now another way to use an inker, I'm getting kind of squashed in here by all of these supplies, is to take it and sort of just run it over the edge. I do like to give just about everything I do a hard edge so that it just gives a visual stop for your eye. That's just a personal opinion on my part, but I do tend to give that hard edge. I'm just going to rub that on in there. So the nice thing about my tabs in this book is that they take a beating, but you can just kind of scrape off whatever mediums are left on there. So a fun thing too is to take, let me use a different color, I don't want it to get too brown. You sort of take your distress pad and just, because you get all these like little inherent wrinkles in your page, to just kind of do something like that, and then you get this texture sort of coming out. It's crazy! Look at that! Do you love it? So, I go right in the middle. Okay, so now let's say you look at it and you think, oh my gosh, I hate it. Well, you can always come in and sort of rub out places where you don't want it to be quite so much. So here I can kind of rub it out so it blends in a little bit. So let me kind of pick this up and start showing you what's happening. You can see it's wet still. It's got a lot of shine on it. So these are the values that are starting to come out. So, okay, now let's say that I would really like to have, I keep all of my little stencils in their bags. I am terrible, terrible, terrible. This one I haven't used that. It's the only reason it's clean. I'm terrible about keeping my stencil clean. I just don't worry about it. I know I should probably have, I don't know, some kind of something, intervention, stencil intervention about it. But, okay, so I'm just going to play. I like it to sort of be off-center, I'm thinking, out loud. Let's go with some brown. So here, I don't go crazy. Let me just move this stuff aside. Too much going on. Okay, so I don't want it to be like right like that, because that's just kind of visually not stimulating or fun, right? So I'm kind of gonna do like that. I'm gonna give it a minute. I'm gonna pick it up, and then all of that loveliness is right there. So I'm just gonna mash it quick right over here and let that come out over there. Oh, and I still have more. Joy of joys. So, I see that one didn't come out much, but I don't know, I think that's kind of fun on that side.